Hi, in this video we'll be looking at 5 mistakes most Nigerians make in English language. Now number 2 and number 5 are very common mistakes that most Nigerians don't even know that they are grammatically incorrect. So let's see how many of these mistakes do you make. Let's start with this one. The sentence, I am coming. I know you have used this a lot of times. Maybe when your friend asks you, where are you going? You say something like, I am coming, I am coming. But what you really mean when you say, I am coming is, I will be back. Now, the statement is saying you are on your way to the person. Ideally, that is what the statement, I am coming, means. It's saying that you are on your way to the person, but you are actually leaving to come back. So it means that this is actually subject to context. Contextually, you are leaving, but you say, I am coming. That's not what you are doing in that instant. You are actually leaving. Then, what you mean is, I will be back. So in that scenario where you say, I am coming, but you are actually leaving, what you mean is, I will be back. And the problem with this, or the reason why this is so, is because most Nigerian languages, when you translate directly, when you want to tell somebody I will be back, it sounds like I am coming. So now you know that the sentence I am coming is grammatically incorrect when you are leaving to come back. I'm not saying it's completely incorrect. I'm simply saying that in that context where you are leaving, you are not supposed to say I am coming. What you should say instead is I will be back. Now this is grammatically correct for that scenario, for that instance where you are leaving to come back. So you are leaving with the intention of coming back. What you should say is I will be back, not I am coming. The next grammatical mistake that people make is the usage of the words borrow and lend. Most people don't know how to use these words properly. For instance, you say something like, can you borrow me some money? Now, surprisingly, this statement is grammatically incorrect. You don't say, can you borrow me? No. Or, I will borrow you 2K. No, that is completely incorrect. Then, she promised to borrow me her dress. This also is incorrect. So, what really makes these sentences incorrect? Let's take a look at this. The word borrow means to receive something with the intention of returning the equivalent or the same thing. So you are receiving something, you are taking something with the intention of giving it back. So it's an action, it's a verb. An example is, can I borrow some money from you? Now you will notice that this example here is quite different from what you saw earlier, where it says, I will borrow you 2K, or please borrow me some money. No, it says, can I borrow some money from you? I want to borrow your dress. So notice that when you are using the word borrow, okay, you borrow from. You don't borrow to. No, you borrow from. So you cannot say, you say, can I borrow some money from you? You don't say, please borrow me some money. No, can I borrow some money from you? So borrow is always from. So let's take a look at the word lend. Lend is also a verb. It means to give something for temporary use on the condition that the same or its equivalent will be returned. Now, take note of the difference between these two words because they appear to mean the same thing. But borrow has to do with receiving, while lending has to do with giving. So an example is, can you lend me some money? So you now see, if you replace lend with borrow here, it's going to be grammatically incorrect. So you say, can you borrow me some money? You see, that's not correct. Or please borrow me your dress. That's incorrect. So, can you lend me some money is the grammatically correct sentence to use. Please lend me your dress. So you are asking the person to give you. So here you use the word lend. So the difference between these words happen in the giving and the receiving. So you borrow when you receive. You lend when you give. So I cannot say, can you borrow me some money? No. It's, can I borrow some money from you? Can you lend me some money? I hope the differences are clear. If not, let's take a look at more examples on how this will be clarified. You borrow from and you lend to. So he borrowed a sum of 10k from me. This is grammatically correct. It means again that I lent a sum of 10k to him. So borrow is always accompanied by from, while lend is always accompanied by to. So take note of that. Also, can I borrow your shirt? This is grammatically correct. So if I'm asking to borrow your shirt, it means I am asking you to lend me your shirt. I can lend my shirt to you. You can borrow a table from me. I can lend you my table. So I believe that with these examples, you can tell the differences between these words and how to use them properly. Now, another mistake that most people make is the sentence, I am having headache. This is grammatically incorrect. You don't say, I am having headache. No. Now, illnesses like headache, stomach ache, toothache, in English, they are treated as conditions. You see them as conditions, not actions. Okay, so instead you say, I have a headache. This is grammatically correct. So you say, I have a headache, not I am having headache. No, it's I have a headache. Then, also another mistake most people make in English language is the usage of these words with an S to connote plurality. But no, these words remain the same, no matter how much or how many they are. So there is no such thing as furnitures or equipment or informations or luggages. No, they remain the same. If you use them with an S, you are wrong. So no matter how much furniture there is in a house, you don't say furnitures. No, you simply say furniture. It's treated as a collective noun. You don't say equipments, you say equipment. You don't say informations, no matter how much the information is. You say information, singular. You don't say luggages, you say luggage. This is because they are uncountable nouns. They cannot be counted. Okay? Then, another mistake most people make is the usage of off instead of turn off. Nigerians treat the word off as though it is a verb. They say things like off the light, off the TV, off your phone. Now, this statement is grammatically incorrect. All these three statements are grammatically incorrect. So you don't say off the light or off the TV or off your phone. No. Because off is an adjective. It is the state or condition of something. So you say the TV is off. This is grammatically correct. The fan is off. This is grammatically correct. So what then should you say? The word or phrase turn off is a phrasal verb. It means to make something stop working. So when you want to put off the TV, instead, you don't say off the TV. No, you say turn off the TV. This is the action now. It is to make something stop working. So the word off on its own is not an action. So turn off is the action that can be attached to it. So you say turn off the fan, turn off the light, switch off your phone, turn off the TV. These sentences are grammatically correct as opposed to off the fan, off the light, off your phone, or off the TV. So I believe that you have learned something as you have watched this video. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and also drop a comment and let me know what other mistakes people make in English language. Thank you so much. See you in my next video. Bye.